Hi guys, it's time out to the trail here, and we have a special anniversary no kids backpacking trip. We are going to do the Scenic River Trail and then go on to the Greenwood Trail, and it's going to be about a 13-mile loop for an overnight. So let's see how we do without the kids.
I'm just excited to have my wife and I just heard to myself for once, no kids, and we can actually do more than 1 mile an hour. So
We'll see. We'll see.
So we heard this first hill is pretty tough, and so let's just get going.
The funny thing I wanted to share with everyone is our anniversary was actually last weekend, and the husband planned a super romantic date night. We had wonderful dinner, horse-drawn carriage ride, followed by a movie, and then my idea for our anniversary is I'm dragging him out into the middle of the woods.
That's great with me.
Doesn't seem to mind. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera around and kind of show you where we are, and then we're going to get started. We are here at the Scenic River Trailhead. This is just right off of Route 7, just a little bit north of Newport, Ohio. There is a little bit of a parking area pull off here. The Leith Run Campground is just a little bit further up the road. And then the trail starts right behind this brown building.
We've heard this first hill is a doozy, so let's see what we got in store for us.
We're about halfway up that first big hill. Hasn't been too bad though, really. There's some steep places, and then it levels out a little bit, long enough for you to catch your breath before you start climbing again. But we've come to the intersection here where the Greenwood Trail starts or ends, depending on which way you want to go. And the Scenic River Trail splits off. We are going to continue to the right here and go finish the Scenic River Trail and then jump over to Greenwood a little later on.
The spider's pretty cool. It's got yellow and black spots on the top of it. As you can see, this trail is very well maintained. Plus, it's nice and open, and it's marked very well.
We're probably not even maybe a half mile into the trail right now, but we did come across the first campsite. There's a little fire ring in there and some logs to sit on. You can tell it's not used very often though. It needs some cleaning up before you can actually stay here. Be a little worried about deadfall too, but there's one started. I believe we've gotten about as high as we can get. I think we're at the top of the hill, and it's just super pretty up here.
Oh, you can make it without ducking.
Did you limbo it?
I had to. It's such a pretty trail. Man, makes it.
Okay, so we're about 3 miles in, and we've come to where the trail splits. We just came down from the Scenic River Trail, and we're going to go off on the Greenwood Trail over there. We just had lunch, stopped and had lunch, nice little break. We have cell phone service here, so we were able to call in and check with the kids. How was your lunch?
Lunch was great. I had Spam in the pack, ate 2 of them.
I'm glad you like it.
I did. I like them fried, a little slimy coming out, but they still taste the same. They're good.
I had ramen. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
It was better than your slimy Spam.
I guess so.
All right, so we've had a nice break. We're making great time without the kids. We kind of figured that we would. So I think we're going to slow it down a little bit and take our time and start looking for a campsite within the next 3 miles or so and set up for the night. Okay, so it looks like the Greenwood Trail now has the little green circle inside the yellow diamond, and those will be the blazes we'll be following on the way out. I'm not sure what's going on up here, but there are pink ribbons everywhere. I mean, it kind of seems like these are marked for logging, but they also look a little bit too small for such shenanigans. He might not seem that big right at the moment, but when he's crawling right across your eye line, he was ginormous. We're about 3/4 of a mile from where we left from lunch, and we came across a really nice campsite. A little bit too soon for us to set up camp, but this is a nice one. Nice fire ring, logs to sit on. I don't see any water sources. That's kind of what we're hoping for.
It's all cleared off and flat where you can put your tent too.
Yeah, that's nice. But we're going to move on, hoping to find a campsite near some kind of water source. This time of year it might be hard to find, but we're not giving up hope yet. Okay, for all the 80s babies watching, you ever watch Never Ending Story? And remember the turtle? We found him. Definitely the dry season. This is the first stream we've come across, and as you can see, there's not much in it. We do have a little bit of water flowing though. We were able to collect a little bit, and we just wanted to show you guys how the water filtration system we have works. We have a 2-liter platypus, which is a gravity filtration system. We take that disgusting dirty mucky water there, which that's probably some of the worst we've ever collected, honestly. And once we open up the valve down there, the water starts flowing through the filter and actually ends up crystal clear in the clean water bag. It doesn't take long, and really this bag is designed to hang from a tree, but we always seem to find water in areas where there's not a branch or anything to hang it from, so this works just as well too.
Well, we got our water filtered, so we're back on the trail. Starting to pick up the wind a little bit. Of course, the rain says, or the forecast says no rain, but then again, it's been wrong before, so we're just gonna head out and enjoy ourselves.
We have come across a fern gully. It's really cool. Ferns everywhere. So we found what looks like some old kind of fireplace or chimney down there. Be interested to know what was there. Come to another intersection here. We've got the North Country Trail that branches off. Of course, we're sticking with Greenwood, but it's always nice for those of you out there trying to get those North Country Trail miles. What'd you find down there?
I found a little stream so we can get some water. And nettles.
More nettles. That might become your trail name, Nettles. If they're around,
I mean,
you
my
find them.
wrist and then the back of my knee, you can see it now.
Yeah, I can see it. Looks like you got stung.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the most plentiful of water sources, but it's better than the last little thing that we found.
But up there is. All right.
It's a good thing we have a good filter. Punky would absolutely love this tree.
Yes, she would.
She loves pointing out things that are covered in moss.
It's also covered in poison ivy on the other.
Is it? Well, we'll just look. We won't touch. We're about 7.2 miles into the trail right now when we come across this really pretty creek. I bet you during the spring and stuff, this thing is probably raging and fun to play around in. It's a really nice spot, but the bad thing is that we're so close to County Road 14 here that you're hearing a lot of traffic and stuff go by, and takes away from it a little bit. This is what it looks like as soon as you come up from that creek. When you come up out of there, just take a sharp left and the trail continues on up ahead. There's a blaze up there.
That's cool.
Well, we finally made it to camp. We are about 9.2 miles into the trail. We wanted to do more miles today and have less out tomorrow just because we have other things we have to do tomorrow, but we did not plan on doing 9 miles. We were thinking like 7-ish. But that campsite that was around the 4-mile area, I think it was, that was the last campsite we saw, and there was like nothing else. Everything, the path was always too thin, too rocky, too many scary trees around, nowhere to even set anything up. So we finally found a very small little spot and set up a little stealth camp here. We're just too tired to go on, so we're going to make this work. But we've got the tent set up, and husband's getting a fire going, and I'm going to start making dinner.
So we got a nice little blaze going right here. Now Brandy did get the blaze rolling like it is, but I want it to be known that I started it. We made our own little fire ring. Nobody's ever camped where we are right now, wherever this is, about 9.5 miles in, but just sitting back and enjoying the fire
And the quiet.
and the quietness. Alright, well, we're heading to bed. What a great day, great evening. Hiked quite a bit of miles today, 9.5. Is a little different with no kids, but it was just Brandy and I. That's a rarity. We've had 2 weekends in a row like that, and actually to have all day and all night together, it just never happens. But I want to thank Aaliyah so much for watching Allie. Baby girl, I love you, and I appreciate all you do for our family. Tomorrow we got about 3.5 miles to walk out of here, and then that's the end of the trip. But time flies when it's just the two of you trying to spend time together.
Yeah, and this is the very first time since Allie was born that we've ever been away from her at night. So this is an adjustment. I don't like it.
It is different. I do miss her, but we need the time together. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay, it's morning time. We're all packed up and ready to go. Got a little bit cold last night, but we're newbies to anything below 60, so it's an adjustment. We had a good night. Slept pretty well, mainly just from exhaustion. The makeshift campsite's a little lumpy, but served the purpose. Had a nice fire for a while, and that's about it. Packed up and ready to go.
Hopefully somebody in our predicament that we had last night, after doing 9.5 miles and being on a time crunch the next day, could use this campsite. So
yeah, we are on a time crunch, so our goal is to get out of here, have some lunch, and then get home enough time to take a child to football practice, and then see the baby, because this is the longest we've ever been without her, and
yeah,
Mama's not liking it. It does look like a shark with its mouth open.
It does.
Shark rock.
Got some algae in his eyes.
Yeah. Ferns coming out of his eyes.
Yeah, but
Moss all over. Moss-back shark.
yeah.
Pretty cool. Looking like and feeling like fall on the trail today.
I can tell we're getting closer because we can hear a bunch of cars.
Yeah, that's always a bummer.
That is a bummer.
Some of the paths through here, you got to be really careful on though too. They have been very rocky the second half here. A lot of ankle twisters. Do we have our first blowdown? We sure do.
Yeah.
Man, I thought we were going to get lucky too. This one's not bad.
No. Step over that.
Yeah, we can get through there, no problem. We are on the Greenwood Trail right now, but we started off on the Scenic River Trail, and we didn't really take many pictures, or we didn't do any video of the river from the trail because this is what you get. You can't really see the river, it's just too overgrown right now. But it's back there.
She's right, it's back there. Just look for the blue.
It's the Ohio River. Look for the brown.
I'm sorry. The brown with the little bubbles. Well, we made it back to where the trails intersect, and now we're headed back down to the car. We had a great time. It wasn't long enough, but we'll take what we can get.
Yeah, it was only a 2-mile hike from where we camped to where we are now, so it was really nice to get the majority of it out of the way the first day. That way you can just take your time here. Hear that traffic.
I know.
Good old Route 7.
Oh well.
The hill that goes up to this trail or back out, you see, is very narrow and very steep. Kind of banks to the left too. Are you feeling that?
Yeah.
So we have finished our hike and we went about 11.7 miles or so. However, this isn't the full trail for the the Scenic River Trail. So we are going to jump over to the Leaf Campground and show you where a segment of that trail actually is. And we're assuming that that trail is about 1.5 miles since the whole loop is supposed to be a little over 13. So we're going to jump over there and show you where that begins. We're not going to hike it today. We're going to save that as a day hike with the kids, but we'll at least give you an idea of where it begins. So here's where the Scenic River Trail actually begins, the very beginning of it. And it just comes out not far from where that brown building is where you started, the Scenic River Greenwood Loop. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty flat trail from what we can tell, and the beginning of it might even be slightly paved. So we're going to try to come back sometime within the next few weeks and do this as a day hike with the kids, and then we'll be able to show you what it's like. Okay, so we came out just a little bit on this path to see, you know, if it was going to be paved or if it's going to turn into an actual trail. And we came a little ways out and it's still paved. So we're thinking that we might get lucky and be able to bring the baby back in the stroller. Definitely plan on coming back here. It looks really nice. Got a little wooden boardwalk on one side over there, and the paved path continues behind us back there. But for now, our Scenic River Greenwood Loop is over, and I guess that concludes the anniversary celebrations for this year.
It was nice. I mean, I can't stress it. We've never done this together, so we'll be planning many more trips like this.
Mm-hmm.
So
another one planned already.
Yes, and yes.
Yeah.
But so we'll see you next time on Time Out to the Trail, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.